Hello, hello, hello. This is Els coming to you from Mimi's Crafty Corner. And today, I'm here working on week number 4. I think it's week number 4. Week number 4 of the Mixed Media Index Card Challenge, developed by Tina's Crafty Life. And participating along with me are Kathy's Cards, Crafts by Tereasa, Tina Adams, and Have At It. So in the description box below will be links to all of their channels. Go check them out. Give them a little love. Pee on their porch. You know, you guys know the drill, right? Okay, so I have a Crafty credit card, and I have some paint. This is chipboard index card divider. I just cut the tab off the top and rounded out some corners. I have some Anita's all-purpose acrylic here in Island Blue, and I thought, you know what, we could just drip this on here. I never drip well. I just don't. I'm more of a globber than a dripper, but we'll go ahead and just kind of do this. Now, when I put on my base coat here, what I used was some gesso, and the reason that I'm not using a brush to put on the top paint here is because I used a sea sponge, and I did that so that I could get some really great texture here. So I'm going to put this on. I can put it on a little bit thick and then scrape it thinner, but I'm all about that background texture. I love background texture. So there we go. And for those of you that don't, well, I'm sure you can see that. That's how I create water, a water effect. If I want it to look like water, but I don't want to sit here and paint it, I just use a sea sponge, and I dab on my gesso, and I leave it really thick on there and let it dry, and then just scrape the paint over it and then scrape it down very thin, and that brings up the white from beneath it, and it gives it that kind of marbled water look. Alright. Because I scraped this so thin, it's pretty much dry right now. So, we're going to move on to the next part of this. For the next part of this, I am going to be using this piece of basically what looks like a grill cleaning pad and some black paint. Let's get this wiped off real quick and put away. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of black paint on my plastic plate here that I get at the Dollar Tree. Make great palettes, right? And I'm just going to kind of lightly go in here, move the paint around, and get it all over my pad. And I'm just going to add some in here. I kind of like it. Waste not, want not. Okay. Alright. We have black splotties all over. Now I'm going to give this just a few minutes to dry, and then I'll be right back. Okay. We are all dry. So now, I thought I would do a little Mod Podge. Yeah. So, got my Mod Podge out and my icky old Mod Podge brush. There's some on here. The only reason I'm putting it all over it is because I don't want to have a glossy area and then no gloss. got this horsey here, carousel horse, kind of all decked out. So, I figured I'd use that image. Alright. So now I'm going to let this dry. And then I'm going to figure out what else I'm going to put on here. Let's see. What should we do? What should we do? Alright. Horse on background. Mod Podge in cup Mod Podge brush. I found these silver stars. And I don't know that I necessarily want to Mod Podge over them, but we could use the Mod Podge to adhere them. So, I'm going to put some of these on here. Yeah, why not? They come in different sizes. You know? And these are like a confetti mix. So I'm just going to throw a couple of these on here. They're slippery little suckers too. And the only reason I don't want to Mod Podge on them is because I don't want to take away any of the shiny bits of them. So I'm being really careful not to go over any part of this with the Mod Podge. Let's put another little one over here. And you go. Stay there. No. Stay there. Okay. Okay, so I have a carousel pony who doesn't have a carousel stick, so I'm going to have to do something about that. I think we will just draw that in, just to give us an idea of where it's going to be. I'll paint it in later. I think it's going to be right about here. So now he looks more like a carousel. Okay, so I figured he's a ride, so I want a ride ticket. So I have this one. I have no idea what collection this is out of. Somebody's probably going to call me later and tell me, you know, that's Timmy. Okay, well, it's Timmy. Who knows? It's a ticket. But I want it to look more like a ticket, so I'm going to use a circle punch. Just a little old regular, you know, dollar store hole punch to put the corners on there. And then I'm going to use some Stays On Cloudy Sky to dirty it up a bit. There's a little piece here that looks like it was taken off of something, so let me grab a pair of scissors real quick and just take that off of there because it looks horrible. Just kind of sticking up. There we go. All right. There we go. Alright, so I have that, and then I have some of these little gems. These are kind of cool. They're like a center diamond surrounded by little diamonds. and I kind of like them, so I'm going to put some of these on. Glue out here. Let's see, we got some glue flowing. We do. And I know these things come with adhesive, but it's just crappy adhesive, right? So, I'm going to put them in the corner down here. I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put one over on this side. It's such a tiny little bottle, I feel like I'm going to break it. But this little bottle never clogs. Never. And I'm going to get some dimensionals for this. A couple of little ones left here, so it should work. I know, overkill, right? Little bone folder action here. Take these off. One of these days I'm actually going to find some of these things that work well and come more than, 50 of them in a pack. And please don't comment telling me that the Stampin' Up! Ones are awesome. Those are actually my least favorite. Okay, we're going to put this over here. Yes, I know, I'm putting it over the stars. I don't care. Here's a ticket to ride on the carousel pony, and I have to get my hole in here. Would be cool if I had like washi tape, but, and I love these. I have these, I carry these in the shop in 2 colors. I have a white diamond center and the black diamond center, and I love those things. Okay, now, get rid of these white spots. All right. So now I have to get my pole on there. I'm going to grab a paintbrush. All right. So now I have paintbrush. So this is Dragonfly holographic glaze. So I'm not painting color per se as much as I'm just putting this on here to give the look. Once it dries, it should have a holographic look to it, and it should be clear over the top of the black marker. So we're going to give that a second to dry, and I'll be right back. All right, so that's it. I went back after this dried and decided that I really did not like the way that it looked. So I just put on a piece of washi tape here just to give it the illusion of having that pole, and I think it kind of works. Then I said, well, it needs one more thing, and I just inked up the edge a little bit, and that was it. I was done. So I hope that you enjoyed this one. Again, this is a collaboration with Tina's Crafty Life, Kathy's Cards, Crafts by Tereasa, Tina Adams, and Have At It. All of their information and links to their channels are in the information box below. And that's all I have for you today, guys. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that button and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, and share me with all your friends. And then they can be my friends. And then we can share. Till the next time, guys. Bye-bye.